morning, y'all. Back with another Get Ready With Me. I skipped yesterday because, I don't know, Mondays I feel like should be a whole new, rest day. I just start fixing this. I don't know. I might take it off anyway. But yeah, Mondays should be counted as a rest day. Don't y'all agree? You know, I feel like we have the weekends, right? And really, it to me, since I'm a stay-at-home mom, is not no rest on the weekends. So, husband works all the way up till Saturday. He only gets Sunday off. So that means like my only day off is Sunday. So yeah, I'm gonna need Monday too. It only makes sense. So, but anyway, I took Monday off for my Get Ready With Me. I really ain't do nothing yesterday. I just really just lounged the entire time. Um, I call Mondays like my lazy day. Um, Mondays are my Fridays. So if that makes sense. So yeah, anywho, back with another one. And I don't know. I'm feeling like this week is going to be a good week for me because I feel great. You know, I had my anxiety episode the last couple days. And, you know, with this whole moving thing, I hate moving. I hate the process. I hate the process. It's so nerve wracking. It's like, you got this, you got it or whatever. And the house is yours. It's just the process is so, I get so anxious. I'm like, why is it taking so long? You know. Anywho, this is around the same time last year I was just as nerve wracking. So today I'm going to talk about managing your thoughts. Because a lot of times our thoughts is the ones that's making us anxious. Like sometimes we get so nervous because we don't know what's to come. We don't know what to think, how to feel. And so we allow our thoughts to kind of take over and it drives us insane. It drives us to the point of anxiety, the point of crashing out. So, controlling your thoughts is mandatory when it comes to establishing peace. If you want to keep your peace, keep your sanity, you have to control what you think. And I was talking to a friend of mine a few days ago, and she was telling me that she was feeling bad or whatever, feeling sad, and her thoughts were just all over the place. But once she came back into herself and realized, I'm in control of my thoughts, she snapped out of it and was feeling okay. And it takes that. Literally, I have my episodes where my thoughts were just, it's called rummaging thoughts. They're just going over and over and over and over. Thinking about something, and you can literally think yourself into a bad mood, think yourself into sad, think yourself into just an emotion where it's the opposite of peace and joy. Right? And sometimes you have to move through those emotions. You have to be like, okay, well, this is how I'm feeling, but you investigate. You're like, why am I feeling this way? Like my whole moving thing. Why am I feeling anxious? I know I got it. I know we're going to get there. But I think I'm feeling anxious because I'm so ready to get the process over with. I'm ready to get it done. But I had to realize that it's not on my time. None of this is on my time. All things happen when it's supposed to happen. And our time is not God's time. And God's time is always perfect. So with that being said, we got to learn to cool our jets. We got to learn to slow down in our mind. And don't let our mind drive us to the point where we think ourselves or situation into a negative one. Like I read something that said, I'm supposed to be getting ready. Mind you, it's 7:35. Somebody gonna knock on that door and be like, Mom! But real quick, I read something that I think it was the number, I think it was 69 or 70,000. We have this such and such thousand number of thoughts a day, right? 69,000 of those thoughts are negative, or something to that extent. Like 50,000 to 70,000 of those thoughts are negative a day, a day. So, because we got a lot of thoughts in here, you know, like if you got anxiety like me, you're a high function anxiety, you're a neurodivergent person, we have a lot of thoughts. Our mind does not shut off. So yes, I believe that. I believe that our thoughts are mostly driven towards negative. And it takes an incredible amount of willpower to pull yourself out of a negative thought. But it's not impossible. You know, we have to be the ones, we have to have a stop sign. We have to tell our minds, no, let me not think like that. Let me pull back. Sometimes we have the little butterfly taps to make sure that we are here. We're in our bodies. You know, because sometimes, and I do this a lot. So sometimes when my thoughts are just going and my heart is just pacing, it's racing, because you know how anxiety works. You can panic attacks, you know how that works. But if I just, in the middle of a panic attack or an anxiety attack, I do this all over my chest, my shoulders, or even just rub my arms, like really slow. It allows me to calm down. I can feel myself and feel my body and know that, hey, I'm in control. You have to tell yourself these things. I know it sounds silly. And people's like, oh, I don't want to, you know, but you gotta relax yourself. How else are you going to relax yourself? You're the only one that knows when you're elevated, when you're the only one that knows these things. So you're the one that got to bring yourself back down. A lot of times we rely on others to do those things. And that is putting an incredible amount of pressure on the next person, which isn't fair because they have their own issues too. So we got to take and be accountable for our own actions, our own emotions, especially us women. Our emotions go up and down, boom, 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 every day. And sometimes, when we're not in control of our emotions, it comes out. It either spews out on our spouse or it spews out on our kids. And neither one is it fair to, because they don't know the reason why you're upset. You do. You're in your brain. So before you react, make sure you calm yourself. Make sure your mind is in the right place. If you're not having a good day, you're thinking yourself into all these scenarios, stop yourself. You're in control of your own thoughts, your own mind. It's the whole act of becoming. You have to undo and unlearn the rummaging thoughts. You don't just let them go and expect, them to go away. It's 60,000 thoughts. It's 60,000 thoughts a day. Your mind's not going to stop because, one bad thought. No, it's going to turn to another one and another one and another one and another one. Then before you know it, you're thinking about what happened back when you were 12 and all kinds when is it going to stop? You got to be the one to stop that. So I got to be the one to stop my anxiety when it comes to this whole moving thing. I got to start thinking positive thoughts. I must. Because we create our own environment, our own atmosphere, our own world. We create it by our thoughts and our actions. So if you're not thinking positive things will not happen. I know it's like cliche, people say that, but it's true. If you're not thinking of a positive situation or a positive outcome, it's not positive. A positive outcome is not going to happen. If you think a negative thought and you keep going, you can completely devastate and wreck your entire life. Because everything you think and everything that you're dwelling on will happen, can happen. Remember, we control our own life. Spells or words are spells. So you have to be mindful of what you think and what you do. All right, y'all. I think I rambled enough. Let's get into this self-care routine. I think I'm going to keep my hair like this for today. I don't know what y'all think. I'm feeling like the twist in the front, party in the back kind of ordeal. My head look real big, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibes today. This is the drip, the mom drip. This is the mom fit for today. You know, I got my jeans on because I ain't doing shit, but I'm just gonna be running, like getting ready to wash clothes, pack, and things like that, trying to consolidate this house. That's another thing. I hate packing. The whole process of it. So I'll be trying to give away a lot of my stuff, a lot of my clothes, donate. So y'all gonna be seeing a bunch of things these few little days. Y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, because I'm trying to see if I'm gonna keep what I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna give what? I'm gonna keep these, keep this shirt. I do like the combo. I think I'm gonna keep it. That's my problem. Every time I say I'm gonna keep something or I'm gonna get rid of something, I always find a reason to keep it. So this year, at the end of this year, I'm going to declutter my clothes. I'm going to part ways. Kumbaya it. I'm a kumbaya it. I never want to get rid of my clothes. I can say I am a clothes hoarder. Confession of a clothes hoarder. Like, I can get rid of everything else. Trash it, throw it away, trash it, whatever. I don't care about it. But my clothes, but now more. This year, I will donate a lot of my stuff because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. My closet's getting out of hand. Even though in this house it's going to be a bigger closet, you know, it's like the more space, the more reason you find to keep things, right? So I'm trying to tell myself, like, hey, tell my mind, like, hey, get rid of this stuff so I can have more room in my closet. Because I have it's a big closet. It's like, you know, you got like walk in, you know, you have a walk-in closet, it's like, and then like, that's it. But this closet is like walk in, turn the corner, turn another corner. But I don't want to get too many clothes. And I just start digging things in that corner and in the back of the closet. And then all of a sudden, I have a goddamn mountain of clothes pushing to the front of the closet. Like, I don't want to do that. I can, but I don't want to. So I'm going to train my mind in this house. Think small. Even though my house is going to be bigger than where I'm at now, think small. I don't know if it's gonna work because I like I said, I love my clothes. And then my other problem is that when I give away clothes, I want to buy new clothes. Girl problems. Anybody else out there like that? Is it just me? Is it just? I don't get it. I don't know if y'all can hear me over my water, but yeah. Another thing I was thinking about, that leads me to another thing I was thinking about. Discipline. Now, when we talk about discipline, discipline is a learned skill. You don't just come out the womb knowing what discipline is. Like, none of us know what discipline is, okay? Like, real discipline. And acting on it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have discipline for everything in life. For your finances. Okay? For your bills. You got to have discipline to go to work. You got to have discipline to get up and take care of them kids. You gotta have discipline to be in tune and spend time in your relationship. Discipline is all around us. And one thing that I struggle with when it comes to discipline is working out. Working out and actually following my goals. My goal for next year, I'm telling y'all early, my goal for next year is to take content creating serious. I've been actively between my blogs and my actual videos. I have been content creating for a total of 3 years. But the reason why everything just seems fresh right now, because like I said, I literally talked myself into not doing it. Sometimes I get on the internet and I be like, oh, well, this person's doing that, and oh, nobody can watch my videos. Oh, they have so much personality. Nobody wants to see this, who's gonna support me, Because I used to think, the people that I called friends or family, that they'll support me. So everybody else will support me. So when they didn't support me, I was just like, oh, maybe it's not the road for me. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. But discipline. I literally had to tell myself, no, we're going to get serious. Every day you're going to put something in towards your craft. And there's going to be days like when I do my cooking shows. There are some nights that I don't want to do it. I think I was telling my husband that last night. I was like, it's just some nights I don't want to do this. It's some nights I'm just like, I just want to go lay in bed, watch my K-drama. But I heard a little voice in my head was like, no, if you want to reach your goal, if you want to do what you said you wanted to do, then you have to keep at it. You must. And that's one thing that I've been working on, the discipline to keep making or keep pursuing my arts. Because it's not just work for me. It's my art. It's what makes me creative. And I always wanted to do it. So, next year, starting now, I am going to be taking this content creating journey, vlog journey, serious and believing in myself. Because one thing that we all miss the mark of, while we're trying to reach our goal, we have to believe in ourselves. You have to believe that we actually can do this. Because like I said in the beginning, your mind could fill you with doubt, but like, what? Now that's beyond, okay, what you're capable of. Your mind wants to keep you at a certain level. It wants to keep you here. It don't never want you to go above what it's used to you being at. So any dreams that you may have or any visions you may have for yourself, your mind is going to be your biggest hater. Like, no, you can't do that. Do you see such and such? Who you think you are? And we have to move past that. If we want to pursue our goals, if we want to do what it makes us happy, we have to take that leap. And it's not going to work the first, second, third, fourth time. But one day, you keep at it, one day it's going to take off. You're going to take off. One day your life is going to change. And I'm speaking to myself more than any of my audience out there. But if it resonates with you, I'm speaking to you too. One day your situation will change. And you have to believe that. As long as you stick to your craft, stick to your goal and what you're working towards. Okay. Okay, so today I am going to put on. Am I gonna do makeup today? You know what? I may put on a lip, but that's about it. One thing that I love to do that I cannot live without, especially if I'm doing creating, is primer. Okay, primer is my go-to. It's like makeup. To me, it's like makeup because I really don't need it. I really don't need it. You see me in real life, you know, like I really don't need this shit. Um, I just do it because, you know, it smooths out my pores. Now, I just got some oil on my face, so I want to like rub it all the way in before I put my primer on, just so my face won't be super oily. I do have naturally dry skin, so I kind of have a lot of oils, a lot of lotions, and things like that on my face. I use the oil, and I have to get some more, but I use bio oil for my face because it's just so lovely. It hydrates like no other, and it doesn't leave my hair. It doesn't leave my face feeling dry. So I make sure I blend and I smooth and I get all this access into my face. And I rub down because I want to make sure my lymphatic fluids, and I'll probably do that tomorrow, do a lymphatic massage on my face, which I usually do. I'll do it tomorrow. But I try to make sure I'm moving my fluids in my face down, especially here. I always do this motion because sometimes I can feel blockage. So I kind of just move it down. And then I just kind of like stretch my arms back, you know, because survival mode had me effed up. And that's another topic I'm going to talk about tomorrow too, is survival mode and how it could, the longer you're in survival mode, the more detrimental your health can be. And I was in survival mode for over 10 years. So my body, so a lot of things in my body don't work. I don't want to say don't work properly, but a lot of things have to get reset. Once I started thinking about myself more, self-caring, eating better for my health, my body starts to act right. I start to gain weight. I start to, my fluids started moving properly. My liver began to cleanse. My kidneys began to cleanse. So sometimes when we go through survival mode, our body is in it's tense. So if we don't do anything to release that tension and just let it sit for years, that it could cause blockages in certain areas. So that's one thing I'm talking about tomorrow, because it's 7:56. Y'all already know the children about to come in here. What you doing? Taking all day. Usually the boys, they eat pancakes, but they eat pancakes more. But sometimes I switch it up and get them toast and sausage and fruit because they don't eat eggs. They're neurodivergent. They like what they like. So don't get on my comments talking about, he just feed this some egg. No. If you don't, anything about neurodivergent children, they like what they like and they don't like what they don't like. I can have eggs on the stove and put on their plate. They will not eat it. My youngest will be like, ugh, eggs stinky. He doesn't even smell like anything. But the sight of eggs bothers him. So no, before y'all get on here talking about you need to feed them more. They like they toast, they like they oranges, they like they sausage. That's about it. You keep it simple over here. You raise your kids how you want to raise them. I raise mine. I don't force them to eat what they don't want to eat. One thing I do for them is when I juice for myself, I make them drink it. Everybody's juicing. Everybody's drinking juice. That's me in my house. Juice. Fruit juice. Real fruit juice. And they may give me gripe about it, but in the long run, it works out for them and it helps them stay hydrated. So that's one thing that's not non-negotiable when it comes to what they eat. Oh, and their veggies. Non-negotiable. You can have your chicken nuggets, you can have your french fries. Fine, that's your comfort food for lunchtime. When it comes to breakfast, you have your fruit. When it comes to dinner, you have your green veggie, your leafy greens. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't make it too complicated. And like I said, I homeschool my children. They don't be out mixing and mingling with other kids. So their immune system is top notch. They rarely get sick. Ooh. Thank you, Lord. They rarely get sick. And it's not of me. It's from, I take no credit for that. I pray a lot over them. If you are a spiritual person, you know that a lot of these things that we deal with is of spirits. Sickness is a spirit. So praying over your children and their health helps a whole lot. But on the flip side, their immune system is so high, because I work with their immune system a lot, they're easily prone to getting whatever is out there. Like, sometimes it depends on the virus. I don't really just take my children to like a whole lot of different kid zone places, different bouncy places, because those places are packed with germs, and I don't know what the hell be on them things. There's only so much hand sanitizer that can go around. So I kind of avoid those places. When I go into like grocery stores, I kind of wipe the basket for them, because like I said, I don't play when it comes to them being sick. Even though their sickness only lasts for about a few days. If you're a mama out there, you know kids and sickness is the most scariest, most traumatic, most traumatizing thing that you'll have to deal with as a parent, because you gotta be a doctor in some sense. I'm their doctor. So yeah, I have all the when they get sick, the first thing I do, I don't take them to no doctor. I'm sorry for all you people that health freaks out there. I give them a celery, limes, cucumbers, celery, lime, cucumbers. And my kids eat raw fruits and veggies, so they don't mind just taking the celery, I'm cleaning it off, and they right into it. They don't mind taking the lime in their mouth. And garlic. They take a whole garlic. They take a garlic clove right to the head. 2 or 3 days later, they aight. With socks, I have the magnesium flakes to pull the toxins out. Oh, I don't play. So sickness in my house, it lasts longer with us than it do with them. Like, my husband could get sick, and his sickness could last like a whole week. My children, they get sick, it lasts for 3 days. A day. If I catch it soon enough. One thing about mucus, you gotta catch it when the first sign of mucus. They start sneezing a lot, put them socks on. One way that kids get sick is not having on no socks, because everything goes right to your feet, up to your body. And mucus is very sneaky, so If you don't catch mucus the first go around, the first time, honey, mucus finna turn up on you. And you don't even know. Mucus finna be like, it's party time. But yeah, I don't play that. They eat lots of oranges as well. So putting on my liner. I had someone tell me that they can't do a brown liner because they say brown liners don't look good on everyone. I'm a 90s baby. Brown liners is all I know. I just impressed my damn self because I usually have to have a mirror. I'm really all close up, but honey, I could get with this. And usually that's pretty much all I do. I don't just do a whole lot. Like I said, I'm a 90s baby. And I believe in 90s fashion. I believe in the 90s look. I throw my liner on. I'm gonna throw a little bit of concealer on for y'all in the back. And that's gonna be it. The concealer that I use, it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. I know a lot of people be sitting there. Okay, so I go in with my concealer, and a lot of people just put dots. But I just like really make a face. Like a little mask. It's crazy because when like my husband, when I do this and he sees it, he just gives me a look like, why like I don't goddamn mask? Maybe like I wore paint on when I get done. But this is all I do. I don't do too much with my face. Like I say, my face is pretty much blended in. I don't do a whole lot. Do a little bit here. I don't put a whole lot. So for all y'all be like, you can barely see it. That's the whole fucking point, because I don't put a lot. Like I say, this shit gonna look like war paint by the time I get done. But that's pretty much all I do. And then, wrap it back up. And I know a lot of people use beauty blender brushes, those sponges, but I don't. Take a page from my girl Riri, my fellow water sign, and you use your fingers. The best beauty blenders ever. So, go in. Get that little line, Here they go. I hear them little feet. This usually go under my chin. My chin is kind of darker than my face. And then I'll take it and I'll just smooth the whole thing. Don't forget that neck, guys. This access is gonna be on my neck. The best beauty blenders are your fingers. Don't let anybody tell you different. There they up and beat down my door. Anybody, any other boy moms out there? Aren't boys like super dramatic? Like they want to make sure you know that they're awake. I usually do my eyebrows, but lately, like I said, I have not been in the mood. In the mood. This is the look of the day. Let me step back for y'all. This is the look. All right, y'all.